Dreams of America, presented by the Friends of Monroe, Union, West Virginia, for the National Day of Service 2021. Hold fast to your dreams, for if they die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. The Founding Fathers explained their dreams of America in the preamble to the United States Constitution. We, the people of the United States, are writing the set of laws to set up a government for all the people of the states and for future Americans. America is to be a country governed by laws that are created by the people, so the people and the states can work together to establish a fair system of courts, protect the people from dangers, and to pass freedom to future generations. Many people worked to make the dream come true, while others worked against it. While the Founding Fathers wrote the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, many people living in America were held in slavery. The rights given to others were denied to slaves. Rights were given to citizens, and slaves were not citizens. During the American Civil War, the Emancipation Proclamation freed slaves in the states in rebellion against the United States, the Confederate States of America. The proclamation also promised to help people fleeing slavery and to keep them safe from being caught and returned to slavery. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery and involuntary servitude. The 14th Amendment gave citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, making them citizens of the United States and the state in which they lived. States were not to make laws that would take away freedoms, deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person equal protection under the laws. The 15th Amendment prohibited the federal and state governments from denying the right to vote based on a citizen's race, color, or previous condition of servitude. By 1870, slavery was illegal. Former slaves were now citizens with equal protection under law. All males over age 21 were eligible to vote. The first black or colored schools opened after the Civil War and often met in homes or church buildings. By 1870, slavery was illegal. Former slaves were now citizens with equal protection under law. All males over age 21 were eligible to vote. Under federal law, former slaves should be living in the America the Founding Fathers dreamed of, an America where all men are equal. However, many states fought giving all people equal rights and protections. States passed black codes or laws to deny rights to free blacks, the poor, and Native Americans. States began poll taxes that had to be paid before you could vote. Many poor people could not pay the tax and were not allowed to vote. Some states also passed literacy tests. Many people could not read well enough to pass the test and were not allowed to vote. Many people were intimidated or bullied when they tried to register to vote or when they went to vote. Black codes, fear, and the lack of knowledge about their rights kept many people from living the dream. It was not until 1936, with the publication of the Green Book, Guide to Freedom, that travelers had information about services available in each location, and more importantly, places to avoid because they were not safe. While traveling in a segregated train, Langston Hughes, a well-known poet and writer, felt like a broken-winged bird. He was discouraged by the struggle to be successful in a world where he was often not accepted because of the color of his skin. And Let America Be America Again, Langston Hughes wrote, "Let America be the dream the dreamers dreamed. Let it be a great, strong land of love. Oh, let my land be a land of liberty. Oh, let America be America again, the land that never has been yet, and yet must be, the land where every man is free. Oh, yes, I say it plain, America was never America to me, and yet I swear this oath, America will be." Many felt the pain day after day, year after year, yet they work for the dreams of America where everyone is free. In 1954, the National Association of Colored People and its lawyer, Thurgood Marshall, argued 4 separate cases about public school segregation before the United States Supreme Court in Brown versus the Board of Education. The cases involved students that were forced to attend black or colored schools, often passing new, larger schools that were for whites only. Although all citizens paid taxes, more tax money was given to the whites-only schools than to the black schools. The Supreme Court ruled separate but equal is unconstitutional and ordered the schools to be combined or desegregated. Again, the laws changed, but many did not want change and fought desegregation. When local authorities refused to allow all students to attend public schools together, the federal government sent United States Marshals and soldiers to escort students to schools and colleges. Linda Brown, in front of the school, the United States Supreme Court ordered that she should be able to attend in Brown versus the Board of Education. Because of violent protest, Ruby Bridges was escorted to and from school by U.S. Marshals and local police. In 1955, Rosa Parks and the National Association of Colored People challenged the segregation of buses in Montgomery, Alabama, and the black community did not use the Montgomery buses for over a year. A federal court ruled that bus segregation was illegal under the 14th Amendment Equal Protection Clause. Now, it was illegal to separate people in public accommodations, including trains, restaurants, hotels, and parks. Again, many people fought change, and many local officials did not enforce laws. Millions of people continued to work for change, and Martin Luther King Jr. became the most well-known spokesman and leader of the civil rights movement. He followed the examples of Jesus and Mahatma Gandhi and believed in non-violent protest. The civil rights movement worked for change by registering voters, educating people about the government, writing letters and newspaper articles, hiring lawyers, and marching in large groups to protest injustice. In 1963, during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, King gave his famous "I Have a Dream" speech, calling for civil and economic rights and an end to racism in the United States. Martin Luther King won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on April 4, 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee. But the civil rights movement and his dream did not die with him. The work of many resulted in the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which outlaws discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin, and prohibits unequal application of voter registration, racial segregation in schools and public accommodations, and discrimination in employments. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 prohibits racial discrimination in voting. Again, the laws ensured equality and freedom, but change came slowly. Today, many people continue to work for freedom and equality for all people. We see their efforts in the news each day. The dreams of America that the Founding Fathers, Langston Hughes, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King Jr., and millions of others dared to dream are closer to becoming real. People of all races and religions have run for and been elected to public office. Nearly 144 years after the 13th Amendment banned slavery, and 120 years after the 15th Amendment gave all men the right to vote, Barack Obama was elected the first African American president in 2008. Nearly 100 years after the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote, Kamala Harris was elected the first female vice president, the first vice president of Black heritage, and the first vice president of Asian heritage. Many Americans have developed strong wings. If you have strong wings, help those with broken wings to fly. Volunteer in your community, visit the elderly, encourage the young, honor American traditions, and help build a better America for all who dream. What are your dreams of America? How will you make them become real? Will you help make the dreams of others come true? The following stories tell about the lives of individuals as they struggle to make their own dreams of America come true. As you listen, try to imagine how very different life was in the past.